everyone, and welcome to yet another Legacy video. We didn't have a video last week. I had a lot going on last week, so I wasn't able to get it out. But we did have two videos recently from All Access, where we played Chain of Smog with Ben Bauer, and we had a stream with Battle of Wits at the same time. So we just kind of smushed those out there. So yeah, we're out there with awesome stuff. I'm still kind of waffling on doing vintage at the moment. I kind of want to get back to it, but at the same time, like, there's still some issues with like some of the win traders in the leagues. I don't really want to have that happen on stream where somebody is like trying to time us out, or on a video where somebody's trying to time us out. That seems really awful. So yeah, but we are gonna play some Legacy this week, and I am also gonna probably try and record more Pauper content as well, because that format seems like really fun right now. But the deck I ended up picking for this week, I almost decided to record a league on 8 Mulch, which I played at the Buffalo Chicken Dip Legacy this past weekend, and I ended up going 4-2 with that deck for 12th place. I really like that deck, but I wanted to kind of come up with something a little less spiky and a little bit more fun looking for a video for this week. So I ended up settling on Goblins, but it's more like a food chain Goblins deck. So this is not your traditional Goblins. This deck is looking to power out the things that it has in its deck, from either using Goblin Lackey to get stuff into play like your Muxuses, but it also has Ignoble Hierarch, and it has Food Chain, so that you can kind of abuse the food chain engine with this deck. And there's a lot of really cool things you can do with this. Chaining together Goblin Ringleaders is really fun. You also have the Conspicuous Snoop Boggart Harbinger combo, to where you can create an infinite number of copies with Conspicuous Snoop by putting Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker on top of the library. Stuff like that. One of the really amusing lines of play is to cast like your Ignoble Hierarch turn 1, cast your Food Chain turn 2, and then evoke Fury. And when with the evoke trigger on the stack, you can exile Fury to Food Chain, and that gives you exactly 6 mana to cast a Muxus, which is absolutely ridiculous. So this deck looks like a lot of fun. It's definitely interesting. Sideboard-wise, it's pretty similar to what you might expect for a lot of different decks. Leyline of the Void, Red Elemental Blast, Magus, Trashmaster, Carpet of Flowers, that sort of thing. Mass Vandal is a really cool card. You just have to read it really carefully. I didn't realize in my first couple of games with this card that it only hits artifacts or enchantments. That is a legitimate thing. It does not hit creatures. It's not just like an exile effect for creatures. So yeah, I just didn't read it at first, but it is a goblin, so that's kind of nice. You can cast it off a goblin with Cavern of Souls, that sort of thing. So this looks like a lot of fun. We'll play a league with it and see what happens. So we'll join you guys over here for round 1 shortly. Okay, so here we are with round 1 of Food Chain Goblins. We are on the play. And I don't much like this hand. It has a lot of mana in it, and it doesn't have a whole lot of action on the play. I mean, yeah, it's got a Goblin Ringleader in it. Maybe you cast Goblin Ringleader by turn 3 and Conspicuous Snoop on turn 2. But it doesn't really do a whole lot else, and that kind of frustrates me just a little bit. This is a little bit better. So this gives us the ability to cast Ignoble Hierarch turn 1. And probably Goblin Matron turn 2, which Goblin Matron finds Boggart Harbinger maybe, or something else. Kind of wants us to roll us into the combo. We are a little soft to Wasteland, but unfortunately, like, that's like not really something we can really deal with right now. So it's Ignoble Hierarch. If we hit a Food Chain, then that's also like really reasonable. Okay, so they're on an Ancient Tomb deck. Then you get Chest Chalice on one. That's actually totally fine at this point. I'm not casting any other 1-drops, I don't think. I would like to cast Goblin Matron and go get Boggart Harbinger. Because next turn we'll cast Conspicuous Snoop, provided we aren't getting Blood Mooned. Well, even if we get Blood Mooned, that's actually totally fine. Snoop into... Hey, a Magus of the Moon actually just doesn't bother us at this point. It's actually just reasonable. This deck plays Magus in its sideboard configuration, so furying my creatures seems really weird because it's like not doing anything. I'm gonna play Conspicuous Snoop. I guess that it prevents us from making the black necessary for Boggart Harbinger. Yeah, like that is a thing. But Snoop is a reasonable card. I think so. I think we're okay with that. Oh, they're just gonna stop. Okay. They're real angry about me having any magic cards that do things, apparently. That's kind of funny. Well, here's this Goblin Ringleader here. Goblin Ringleader into Goblin Ringleader into Pashalik Bonds is pretty reasonable, actually. They just don't want me to do things, apparently. Just not gonna have fun playing my goblins in this magic game. Mang. Goblin, 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 goblin. They can cast this Bone Crusher Giant. I don't think that's good for them, though. I'm not gonna actually be killing it with anything. I could Fury it if I hit a Fury. Yeah, sure. Ringleader, 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 Ringleader. They're just gonna chain Ringleaders. Which is totally realistic here. That's good, but I don't have the mana for it, because I don't have any green mana. And putting that forest on the bottom is rough. Kikijiki's cool if I get a reasonable you know, thing here. I can just like chain Ringleaders with Kikijiki. Okay, or not. Yeah. Seems fine. Yeah, we are getting blown out by multiple Furies and all this fun stuff, so pretty sure we're probably dead, which is fine. That's that's fine. What ifs? Mass Vandal seems fine here, so that we can try and get on board with something. Trash Master also seems fine. I don't want to go too deep on getting rid of stuff that is legitimately good. I mean, yeah, they saw the line and used their Furies to great effect, which is awkward, but hey, them's the breaks. So I lost to this deck on over the weekend at the Buffalo Chicken Dip, the Blood Moon aggro deck, and it was just simply because I didn't have a single card in my sideboard that would actually have beaten that matchup, which is Flame Jab. So yeah, we want to be on the play. Seems reasonable. Food Chain seems like an actual reasonable hit here. I'm gonna play this to where we can, if we have to care about Blood Moon. Oh, okay. So we just get to food chain. That seems okay. Because even if they Blood Moon, we still get to like cast Snoop. Oh, okay. Oh, this is just absolutely reasonable. Goblin Ringleader. Alright, let's make some mana. Goblin Ringleader. Muxus. Let's put Goblin Chieftain into my hand. Let's put Kiki Jiki on top. Let's exile for red. Exile for red. We'll play that. We'll play that. And yeah, that just wins the game. Turn 3, turn 2 food chain, turn 3 spin everything into existence. Absolutely sweet to see. Really, really solid game there. Just doing exactly what the deck wants to do when it wants to do it, and that's actually pretty amazing. On the draw, I'm a little, awkward, but I think we could probably get there. Just have to have the right setup with the right amount of cards. Unfortunately, like I said, this deck is a little weaker to like things like Blood Moon and stuff like that. Granted, you do play Magus of the Moon out of the sideboard, but those are the matchups where like you really want Blood Moon effects, and you just have to have them. Like just what the deck does. I don't like this hand at all. It's like very weak to a Blood Moon effect, and like also kind of weak to Chalice. Weak to a lot of stuff. Like it just seems really awkward. It just doesn't do anything. This seems a lot better. Now, granted, they have a Chalice. Like this is awkward, but let's just go get a mountain. Put a lackey into play. They have to answer the lackey. Or else, like, we start actually, like, doing stuff. Like, they have to have, like, something that kills lackey, or something that, lackey, there's something that, like, blocks lackey at this point. That's kind of where we're at. City of Traders. That's something that blocks lackey. Okay. Sure. That is a card that I can't... Oh. They're just like, nah, I don't want your lackey in play. I'm going to Fury everything you have, sir. All your stuff is Furied. Because, you know... Fury. Alright. Bet we get another Fury. Do we get another Fury? Multiple Furies here. I think they just try to see if I block. We're kind of insulated. Ooh. Yeah, they just don't want me to have a creature in play, like, at all. Like, that's just so funny. Yeah, sure. One of these, I'm gonna take 5. Yes, I would like to use. And I guess. Like, I don't know. I'm probably not winning this game. Just because I'm not hitting the cards I want to hit. If I hit a food chain, though, then I think I'm in a reasonable position, but, like, I'm going to take a good amount of damage here. Oh, Chandra. They just don't want me to have anything. No creatures for me. Okay, sure. Yep, I am not winning this game, even if I drew a food chain. So, yeah, quick round 1 to the Blood Moon deck. I was on the draw. They had every little bit of disruption and everything they wanted to do. I had kind of a slow start. Yeah, it is what it is. Those matchups are a wash. It's who gets on the play and who gets to do what they want to do first. So let's go over for match 2 here shortly. Okay, so we are here for round 2 with Food Chain Goblins. This deck is cool. Last round we got to see the actual Food Chain kill, at least in one of the games. And then Blood Moon deck kind of stomped over us the rest of the games. So we are in the draw. Let's see what our opponent is going to do. Opponent, please decide. There we go. This is an interesting hand. This could be good if I have like a follow-up of Matron, or there's a food chain. That's also something that's reasonable here. We could go get Skirk Prospector off of the Matron trigger. That is also something that's very reasonable. This also may let us cast Ringleader on turn 3 if we draw another land. There's some possibilities here, and we're on the draw. They're keeping. Cloud Post. So we need to win relatively quickly. Relatively much quicker than yeah, wow. Cast a Matron. And what are they thinking about doing with a Matron? Like, the best thing to draw after this would be a food chain. because then we could... That's a good question. It's like, what do we get? I think Crater Maker is a reasonable card here, simply because we could just cast it. Really, though, like a Food Chain would be like the biggest, like, and best card we could hit. Simply because then we could chain Ringleader into Muxus. But, like, I have a feeling that we're pretty much going to be dead here shortly because of the... of all this mana that they have access to now. Nine mana. Oh, Kuldotha Forge Master. Okay. Lodestone Golem, sure. Cavern of Souls. Name Goblin is real interesting. I think we have to get rid of that guy. Like, again, I think we have to hope and pray that we strike gold on a Food Chain. Food Chain mana now is weird because of the Lodestone Golem, but I think Food Chain is where we have to be. There's so much going on here with all of their mana and stuff. It's just absolutely nuts. I still think it was correct to go get Crater Maker. I don't think I need to block this. Feels like they don't have anything to do with it, so... we'll make a Hierarch. And then, I guess now we have to block with the Matron in order to do something. I don't know. Every time they untap, I'm kind of scared because this deck makes so much mana. And it has so many things it can do with it. That whenever I see them start tapping Cloud Post, it's like, yeah. Okay, Tangle Wire is... okay. This is like just like stacks. Imagine my luck to be like the person that plays stacks. Okay, you just animated your Mistress Factory. Okay. Okay. I have no idea what's going on here. I think they just inadvertently activated the wrong Mistress Factories thing. Did not want to do that. I guess we have to block. Yeah, I guess we're just dead because like we'll just kill us with factories and stuff. So that was fun. I went Magus to the Moon definitely in this one, and Trash Master, which means we're probably cutting. I don't want to cut Food Chain because that card's really good if we get off the ground. Fury seems okay. We'll cut each of the Snoops. We'll cut a Matron. The fun part is like I don't want to cut all the... Yeah, I guess we'll shave a food chain. The Goblin Lackey turn 1, as noted here, is really good, but that's also like... Is this actually pretty good? Like, they have to respect Lackey. And Lackey goes and gets us a matron. If they just, like, cloud post pass or whatever, then they have to have, like... They can't prevent me from connecting with Lackey, I guess is the question. It's a real chance. Okay. Yeah. Reasonable. Let's go get a Muxus. You have Warping Whale for the dude from my poor Lackey. I drew my Kikijiki, so that's just kind of awkward. They have Warping Well, I bet. Otherwise, why would you be tapping 2 mana? Like... Okay, Grim Monolith. That card's not Warping Well. I just get to Muxus? Okay. Like, this is reasonable. We're doing things. They have to respect this plan, for sure. So much mana. So much mana. They could Allah's Dust, I guess, which would be, like, a thing. I don't know if that would be good or not. Manifold Key. Yep. How to make more mana really quickly with Manifold Key and Grim Monolith. There have been so many of these post decks floating around. I played against one this past weekend, too, at the Buffalo event, so... Karn the Great Creator. Karn seems real bad if you don't have... Like, you can't lattice me. Latticing me in this board state is like the legitimately like worst thing you could be doing, because I just kill the Karn. Let's see what they're gonna do with it. Lattice. They're just gonna lattice? This seems so weird. Why would you lattice with a... Oh, okay. I will just murder your Karn. Attack Karn. Attack Karn. Attack. Oops. Attack. 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 Let's put Kiki-Jiki into play. Like, there's like tons of things here that this just like stops. Like, I'm like, okay. Because I can Kiki-Jiki make a crater maker, and then blow up something with a token crater maker, which seems kind of busted. Oh, okay. They just realized how ridiculous that was. Again, I'm putting myself on the draw against these decks that have much better games on the play. But hey, you know, you never know what might happen here. This is an awful hand. This does nothing, like, right off the bat. This is like Prospector, Snoop. Put the Sling Gang. Like, provided that they don't have just like Karn. Ancient Tomb. Are we actually going to see like a Chalice? Oh, Grim Monolith, sure. I guess I will continue to draw like the stuff I want to have on top of my library for Kiki-Jiki. Skirt Prospector. Worm Coil Engine. Okay. That was a thing that just happened. 2, 4, 5, 6. So I can Muxus next turn. Actually, I have to take a hit from this Worm Coil. Which is reasonable. Oh, Tangle Wire. Okay, fine. Yeah. That is something that does occur. Yep. Yep. Definitely taking some damage from this Worm Coil. Definitely taking some damage from this Worm Coil. Yep, it has haste and it has shroud and so I guess I can mux this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we might just have a win. Sling Gang Lieutenant turning things into just complete and utter death. What do you know? Hey, Sling Gang Lieutenant gets there on the back of that Muxus trigger just being absolutely insane. Hitting all of these really good cards. This is screenshot worthy. Absolutely screenshot worthy. Turn 4, Muxus trigger into Sling Gang Lieutenant. Woof. All right. Well, that was a really fun match. Let's cut over to match 3 here shortly. All right, so here we are for match 3 of Food Chain Goblins. We're on the play. This hand seems strange. It's got a bunch of stuff going on in it, but it's got a bunch of hierarchs, which we can like hierarch into like Patch Lake Mons, which actually seems reasonable. Also, like if we hit a food chain or something like that, that seems just okay. Or we could also cast a Crater Maker. Mox Diamond. Lands. Green-white depths, actually. So, casting this Crater Maker and Crater Makering away... Yeah, getting rid of the Reclaimer seems incredibly accurate here. Knight of the Reliquary. That is a magic card. Is that good? We don't really have a payoff yet, so like awkwardly enough, that seems like just kind of okay. If we hit like a ringleader or something like that, the payoff there gets much better. But that's like exactly what we have to hit because we have depth staring us in the face. So that doesn't really even... Yeah, Lackey just doesn't cut it, unfortunately. Because like we have depths, like just like staring us in the face with this Knight of the Reliquary. Do we? I guess they can float a green. Let's see, math it out. They can float a green, sack Yavimaya, get Thespian Stage, make a copy. Okay, yep, got it. Maths in my head from playing Dark Depths over the weekend. So yeah, that's certainly a thing that they can do. Magus of the Moon, sure. It seems like the correct card to bring in here. Yeah, like Food Chain, no payoff. If I had drawn, it might have been correct to jam Food Chain the turn before. but I had creatures in play with it already. So if I had drawn like a ringleader or something like that, or a Muxus, then I would have probably been more apt to cast the food chain then, and then like exile stuff for a Muxus, jam a Muxus into play, try and hit like the combo. I think would probably be correct. This is reasonable enough because it has it has food chain in it. There'll be a hierarch. Just hope that they don't have something like Tabernacle. Oh, Green Sun Zenith for 0. Oh, well, that's awkward. Oh, they let me have that? Okay. Let's... Snoop. So then we just kind of hope they don't. Whether they don't think it can prismatic ending us enough. Even if you wasteland, I could cast Lackey, exile Lackey for 2 mana, get Crater Maker, exile Crater Maker for 3 black, get Harbinger, win the game. We're trying to figure out if they actually, if they have Plow, like that's problematic. Sure. Yeah, they have Plow. Okay, sure. I think I can still, like... So I can Lackey. Chain Lackey into Crater Maker. Chain that into Harbinger. Which I can put another Goblin Ringleader into play onto the battlefield. Cast Ringleader. Put a Goblin Ringleader. Chain Ringleader. They're conceding. Okay. Yeah, I think I had it because I feel I could cast the exile that, cast the matron, exile, cast Lackey, get a Muxus on board, and then we're just like golden. So seems like that was fine. We keep winning like all these game 2s and not winning like game 1. So it's awkward. This is a terrible hand because there are no lands in this hand. This is also like semi-awkward because it doesn't really do anything on the draw. It plays a hierarch, and that's like about it. This has a Magus of the Moon in it. I think that's the only reason to keep this hand. is to Magus them. We might not be fast enough, though. And if they have the removal... No Mox Diamond. They're the basic planes, though. Reclaimer is also very good here. Double Reclaimer is also very good here. Yeah. See what they sack. Arbor. Flagstones is going to be really good here. Hey, sure. Actually, that's reasonable enough, because... if they don't have the plow for the... other flagstones. Now I have to try and chain ringleaders and not die to these 3/4s. And hope they just don't have another plow. Ringleader. I have a food chain. That's really reasonable. Yeah. You have a plow. Like a food chain, ringleader. There's some options here. Food chain is like the best option here to play after this. Jam this into play, get 5 mana, make a ringleader. Okay. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, food chain kind of wins the game. because I have I have a ringleader and a matron in hand, so I could exile the ringleader, make the matron, get another ringleader, play 2 ringleaders, get a Muxus, like really strong set game there for sure. So hey, cool, we won a match, so we're up 2-1. So let's head over to match 4 shortly here. Okay, so we are here for round 4, Food Chain Goblins. This deck has been great so far. So cool to play. We got to Food Chain kill twice. This is a lackey in it. 2 lackeys. We're on the draw, but lackey. Like, that seems right. For fun, we could play against Chalice, but we played against Chalice once this already. Mountain Rift Bolt. Okay. So I guess we make them have to respect lackey. They have to respect lackey. Otherwise, like, so burn. Yep, they have to respect lackey. Eidolon, yep. I am not drawing any lands. This is a poor keep. Feels real bad. When you don't draw any other lands, and yep. I don't think I have anything in this deck for burn. Like, I think that's like the problem. I think like Thorn of Amethyst is like probably like the best card in here for burn. And yeah, but yeah, I just wee things happened. What do you know? Yeah, burn, gonna burn, and I kept a bad hand, and I should not have kept that hand. So yeah, I knew off the bat, like, probably shouldn't have kept that hand, probably should have mulliganed it, but it seemed like lackey in the blind, possibility of drawing additional lands, never drew additional lands. Basically just getting punished for the things that you, yeah. Snoop, there it is. Mountain Lackey go. Let's make you scared. Scared of the Lackey. Lackey is a frightening magic card. You have to bolt the Lackey, which is fine. This is reasonable enough, considering that if they don't deal with this Snoop, we win the game. Goblin Guide? Chain Lightning. Okay, sure. Yeah, you have to respect the Snoop. Ringleader. Hierarch. Goblin Guide. Alright. So we get to ringleader again. Yeah, sure. Price of Progress is probably not so good. Probably very good against me right now. Unless I can stick this Sling Gang Lieutenant, and then we're reasonable. Lob Spike. Price of Progress. Burn, gonna burn. Yep. Cool story. Not a good matchup. But yeah. All right. Well, on to match 5 then. Really quick match. Okay, so we are on the play for the last and final round of Goblin Food Chain. This deck has been pretty fun to play. However, we have had some minor issues here or there with some really weird matchups. I didn't like that hand, and I don't like this hand either. I guess we kind of have to keep this hand and hope that a on-the-play lackey gets us there. Maybe that first hand was more keepable. I don't know. I just don't like keeping hands that don't do anything in the first couple turns. They seem really awkward. Are you gonna force my lackey? Yes, yes you are. Cool. You respect the lackey. Doomsday. So dead. Just like not even like close. Like here. Combo. Combo. I don't know if I even have anything in the sideboard for like this deck. Rebs. Thorn. Gotta make them pick their cards for their Doomsday. So yeah, it wouldn't even have mattered. Like that first hand. The first hand was obviously too slow. Anyways, the second hand, the 6 was just absolutely terrible. I'm pretty sure you win, but I'm gonna make sure you do it. Yep, there's the Thassa's Oracle. Okie dokie. They win. So probably Thorn of Amethyst. Probably these Rebs. Shave some of my Fury seems really awful. Basically just shave across the board some cards. Carpet of Flowers is reasonable though too, but probably not fast enough. That's like the problem. Like you want that for more like the slow, dirtily like control decks. You don't want that for Doomsday. It's not gonna be fast enough. At least that's my assumption of it. Like it's just not quick enough. Yes. This is unkeepable. Well, that's legitimately wildly unkeepable. This has cards in it. Like it's reasonable enough. Let's make them respect Reb. Not that Reb does anything against Dark Ritual Doomsday. If that's what they've got, then I'm like dead. Like if it's like turn 1 Dark Ritual Doomsday. Dark Ritual Doomsday. You did the thing. Now can I deploy this Thorn of Amethyst and maybe do something? I don't know. Probably going to be a big no. So this league has been like pretty insane for this kind of deck. We play against the Blood Moon deck that just like blowed up our creatures, Burn that blew up our creatures, and Price of Progress us out. We beat Stacks, which was kind of cool to see. That was super neat. At Green White Depths, where we got to see the food chain thing like really kind of do its thing. So that was fun. I'm willing to bet they have a counterspell in their hand for a Thorn of Amethyst that I'm going to play here, which may not even be good enough. We'll see. Yep. They are at 10. Thorn of Amethyst. Going to get countered. Force the Will. No Force the Will. Okay. So maybe there's a chance. I don't know. We'll see. Thoughtseize. Okay. Yep, taking the Conspicuous Snoop. Might as well cast this. This Goblin Matron. And get this Goblin Chieftain. And try and aggro them. Oh, they just Thassa's Oracle. Okay. Yeah. Neat. Yeah, Doomsday is hard. Not exactly a matchup you want to play against. So, all right. Hey, well, we went 2-3. I'm not really super surprised with those kind of matchups that we had. I feel like if we'd had better matchups like Delver or any sort of blue pile, might have been better. So, but anyways, hey, thank you guys for watching. We'll do another video soon. We'll see you guys next time. Reminder that you could go out and subscribe to my YouTube channel, as well as like and subscribe to the videos. And also, want a big thanks to Card Hoarder for being able to give me a free rental account to be able to do these kinds of things with. So thanks. Have a great day. We'll see you guys next time.